What's going on YouTube? My name is Rockstar Kiddo. Thank you for joining me today. Today we're going to go over one of the latest updates for Phasmophobia, the Nightmare update. This update was released on the 25th of October of 2021 with some huge changes. I'm not going to go over every single detail of this update, but I will go into some of the major highlights. The first major change that this update brings to the table is an entire new map. Maple Lodge Campsite is a map that will go down in Phasmophobia's history books because it is the first map in Phasmophobia that offers an entire new outdoor element to the game, which is quite interesting. It also offers some cool content like a campfire, tents, games, a cabin, a generator instead of a fuse box, Jason, and Slenderman. It also comes with a truck mini-map redesign, which is awesome. The developers also stated in the notes that they are working on the other location mini-maps to make them like the Maple Lodge campsites, but for now this is what we get. The next major change in this update is an entire new difficulty system. There are now 4 difficulty settings, 3 of which we have added already: amateur, intermediate, and professional. Except now this time sanity pills give back sanity percentages based on the difficulty type you are playing on and not a standard rate. The difficulty also makes it so hiding places will be more difficult to find based on the difficulty setting, in which Nightmare makes it so there is little to no hiding places. How long hunts last are also now based on the map type and difficulty settings, so hunts will last much longer on a harder difficulty with a larger map and much less with an easier difficulty with a smaller map. The new Nightmare difficulty also makes it so you are unable to use 2 of your truck screens because they are now cracked. So you won't be able to know what your sanity or how much ghost activity there is based on your truck monitors alone. Also on Nightmare difficulty, the ghost will only have 2 types of evidences, and the ghost hunter will now need to figure out the ghost type based on the 2 evidence they find and the attributes the hunter sees. And to top it all off, the ghost will change runes unlike before, where the rune was always the same. The good news is, if you play on Nightmare and survive, your cash rewards will be quadrupled. This means that you could walk away with $400+ on Nightmare, unlike on Professional, where the most you could make is $270 on smaller maps. Another change that this update brings is a new weather system. The type of weather will be randomized and will make it harder for you to figure out what ghost it is sometimes. The 6 weather you can get are clear skies, fog, light rain, heavy rain, strong wind, and light snow. So please note that if your weather is clear skies, it would be like before where the weather won't change. Other types of weather could make it harder to see or hear what the ghost is doing based on what map and what weather you get. The Ouija board has now been revamped, and you now trade sanity for information and lose much less if the ghost does not answer a question. So if the ghost responds, you will lose a lot of sanity, and if the ghost does not respond, then you don't lose much sanity. Now, a huge part of this update also comes with exciting news. There are now 4 new ghost types instead of 2, which I originally thought. The 4 new ghost types are Onryo, the Twins, Obakis, and Reijus. I'm not going to go into huge detail what these ghosts can do, but I will say that Onryos are afraid of fire and can early hunt if a flame, like on a candle, goes out. The Twins will mimic each other's actions, so if a light switch goes off, then most likely the other ghost will turn off a switch as well. The Obaki can leave a 6-finger fingerprint, but it is hard to find because the Obakis has a lower chance to leave fingerprints. And lastly but not least is the Reiju. Reijus can absorb energy from electronics, which makes them speedier. There are a lot of fixes and changes to this update, but I just thought I would go over the main highlights. What is something that I missed that you think should have been covered? Comment below. Also, please remember to subscribe and like this video. It helps me out a ton. Bye guys.